lanes out here. I think it was because we're going into this interchange with the 20. Or at least the 20 is going to be dividing from the 59. I think we're on the 59 and the 20. We're going to be headed toward Montgomery. Or Birmingham. I think we're in Birmingham, or we're near it. Should have just read the sign. I wasn't really paying attention exactly what the sign said. I knew where the highway was going. Birmingham. Getting a little worried about all my pedals and both my flight pedals and my driving pedals get very squeaky. Sound like they're kind of breaking, you know, that plastic crunching sound you hear sometimes when you have stuff like that. Maybe I just need to throw some WD-30 on. WD-30 or WD-40? I don't know, I've been having a lot of those kind of brain farts past couple days. Where you say something and it just doesn't sound right. Or the weird one, like the one I had the other day, it was like I was eating some ham, some sliced ham. I just thought of those individual packets that come with like 5 or 6 slices. And when I was eating it, I couldn't figure out if I was eating ham or turkey. It tasted like my brain was telling me it tasted like turkey. Now I think in the end it actually did taste like ham, but like when I was thinking about it, I just had turkey stuck in my head. So I just kept thinking, oh, this is what turkey tastes like. So weird. It's a similar thing when we were driving, me and my wife were driving between where we live, between our home and Hangzhou, the big city here in China that we live near. And we were driving down the highway and we started smelling, or my wife started smelling a funky smell, and she's like, oh, what's that smell? And then for me, I smelled, like I knew it was a funky smell, but it smelled to me like crab soup. That I like crab soup from this one restaurant in Hangzhou, and that's what it smelled like to me, even though it probably wasn't crab soup. It was probably something pretty nasty. But your brain just plays those tricks on you sometimes. So when I say WD-30 or WD-40, I honestly can't think off the top of my head right now which one is the correct one. Or if there aren't two to begin with. 2 different types or multiple kinds. What is this bright blue place over here? Cash for cars. Campgrounds or something. I don't know what that is. A bunch of car sales places. Yeah, Talladega is right up here. It's really annoying me though that sign has only one L. So this is where we were going to, I was planning on stopping for the night yesterday. Happens to be Lincoln, Alabama. Would have been sort of fitting. We were just at Talladega. Well, again, I'm recording this on May 2nd, so we just did our league races, all 3 of our league races, our Cup Series, our Grand National Series, and our Truck Series in iRacing at Talladega, just like real life NASCAR. Hopefully I edited out that cough. If I didn't, excuse me. We just passed Talladega, past Lincoln, and Talladega Super Speedway right there. That's what I thought it was, but I just saw car sales. It looked like car sales. Maybe that was parking lot for Talladega. I don't know. Speed ahead. Very dark here. Okay, it tells me reduce speed ahead as we go into Georgia, but the speed is the same. Wow, I can't. The problem is, I'm saying I can't see anything. Hopefully you guys can see something. It might be better. We're entering the Eastern time zone, so now it is, I think we just jumped ahead to 4:24. Skip that hour. But it's a little hard for me when I do these videos sometimes if I get a night one like this. The screen I have, the monitor I have, it's got that bright, it's a little too bright backlit or something. So your darks aren't really dark always, it kind of glares a little bit. And then if I'm doing it during the day, which I am right now, it's afternoon for me. And so I got the glare on the screen, so it's a little difficult to see what's going on with this night driving. It got a little scary back there, coming across the Georgia state line. I couldn't see anything. So we'll throw on the brakes and see how far we can go with those. And here comes the buildings popping into view. It's going to be Atlanta already. Some interesting red lighting over there for those buildings. I wonder what that's supposed to be. Maybe the new football stadium? I don't know. Kind of never seen that before. Oh man, it just gets dark and you can't tell which way you have to go. Of course, you're very rarely able to just fly through Atlanta like this in any vehicle. Probably 5 a.m. would be the rush hour would be definitely started. It'd be getting busier and busier. But if you have to go through Atlanta, you want to try to get through it in the nighttime. Very early morning. You might have a shot then. Otherwise, you're stuck in that bumper-to-bumper traffic. Which is the case in almost every city. Every major city in America. Every major city everywhere, probably. I know for sure that's how it is in China. You don't get... I can't think of a really good time to ever drive through a city in China on the freeway or any road. Maybe, I mean, probably between midnight and 3 in the morning is your best shot. Any other time, it doesn't matter. It's still busy. It's still bumper to bumper. off here in Crawfordsville. Take the half-hour break. Pick up some breakfast. The sun breaks over the horizon. Alright, this is where we're going to take our half-hour break. I'm going to go in and try to get some food, maybe grab a shower, so I'll see you in a half an hour at the earliest. Yeah, well, okay. And in typical fashion, I try to move over. Yeah, that was my fault. I should have been slowed down way more, but it's that issue where the AI just does not let you merge over, does not let other AI merge over, so I have to slam on my brakes because the guys in front of me have nowhere to go because they can't move. I start going out there, thereby exasperating the problem of, you know, they can't go in if I move over either, but I move over and that car just is like, nah, I'm gonna keep slamming in. So, you know, I will say the drivers, the AI drivers here, very much, and I've said this many times, very much like the drivers in my neck of the woods here in China right now. You give them an inch, you give them an inch, you give them a gap, a slight gap, they're gonna stick their nose in there, they're gonna go. Whether it means, and they got the luck. They got the luck of the Irish over here, which is weird because you'll see people do some really dangerous maneuvers. What the? Okay. I don't know why it wanted me to go off the freeway and then back on. But they'll do some dangerous maneuvers. They'll weave between two trucks. They'll wait until the last second. You'll have a line of cars in the left lane passing a semi. They will drive right up to the rear end of that semi, and then they will dart it at the last second. And again, I'm sure, I know, there are people who do that in America. But here it is it's the rule, not the exception. As we cross into Georgia, crossing the Savannah River. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, we've already done this route, but I think we did this route going the other direction, because I was thinking more that one where we took the Sugar up to Myrtle Beach, where we crossed the Savannah and from Florida, but definitely not coming from Florida. We're coming from Georgia, so a little bit different route. We got our sunny rain. I don't know if that's coming over on the mic, but you just got all the noise outside my window. People just honking their horns like crazy. That's basically a typical day in this small, I put air quotes around that, town here in China. And we are a small town by comparison to most of the big cities. But there's probably 1 million people in this area, and it's just insanely noisy, and everyone's just honking, and you can't get anyone. It's because there's no parking. That's part of the problem. Alright, would have been nice to know that it would have been nice if this way station would have alerted me a little earlier. I guess I should have stayed in the right lane. I knew that way station was coming. Comedy of errors so far in this little stretch of road. Doing some things I shouldn't be doing. Should be staying in the right lane. Make sure you don't have to stop at the way station. 65,195 pounds. And I killed the engine. Surprisingly, we are underweight. Or we're not, right? Because you can haul 80,000 pounds. Or you can be 80,000 pounds. I thought for sure we'd be overweight because this, typically when I haul something weighing 40,000 pounds or more, I'm right up on bumping the scales at about 80,000, and here we have a double. Maybe they didn't weigh both doubles. I don't know, but or both the trailers, because that was 46,000 pounds. I would think that would put us over usually. I know we're not full on fuel, but surprising to me. The rain starts coming down a little bit heavier. So, the clouds coming as we get into Colombia. bridges here on this section of road. I don't know. That's part of Portland. Because I think this is Portland, the city model. I don't remember all those bridges. That was pretty cool. Now we gotta go on the 26th towards Greenville. Truck there, that little SUV or whatever, he just cut us off there. Almost got run over. I think it was that black one, or that red one, I mean. We got a nice scrap yard. I think I've seen those before. Sometimes you don't always notice all the little things until you're stopped at a stoplight, just looking around. Sun is back out, the skies are blue, it's still raining. And Walbert has just opened a new store. We have a pull through, of course. Typically, doubles are pull throughs. And usually dropping hooks. Alright, parking brake is set. Take a look. Disconnect from the doubles. 448 miles from Tuscaloosa to Columbia. What else am I looking at? We got paid $1,192, so a good day all around. Alright, here's... Oh no, I thought that was our next trailer. It is not. Well, it might be. That actually might be our next trailer of mercuric chloride or something like that. We'll see what that is once we... Whoop, a little bit too far back there. We need to get all the way back to the front. Actually, I don't think we... Yeah, we don't need to go all the way back to the front because we did it from the current current company job offers. So we could just go pick it up. So that isn't our little tanker. I think that one is... That one's headed to Jackson, Mississippi. We're going to be taking this long tanker to Pratt, Kansas. Doesn't look too long to me, but I guess that's a long trailer. Or a long tank. Yeah, it's not how you would really do it, but simulation. All right, let's get the paperwork finished before we get going. Let's see, we've driven 8 hours and 15 minutes today. That's including half an hour, so actually 7 hours 45 minutes today, because we started actually on Wednesday. About 45 minutes there. So we have, let's say, about 3 hours of driving to go. We can do today. Get this trip started. And then we're gonna have to really kick butt the next few days, and I'm a little worried about the 70. So we'll see what happens with that. But I think we should be able to do it, because if we can get 9 hours out today, or 3 hours out today, it'll be, you can do, then we just have to drive 9 hours the next 2 days. I think we can do it. I think we have enough time, but we might not. I may have made a big mistake, and that's because I don't have my logs written out right now, and so I don't know how many hours I actually have left to judge if I should have taken this job or not. Killed the engine again. So we're taking mercuric chloride to Pratt, Kansas. Strangely, this tanker feels heavier than the doubles we just carried. So I don't know if that's a modeling issue or something, because those doubles weighed 46,000 pounds. This only 41,000. I'm struggling to get up this freeway. Not sure what that's about. Stop in Crawfordville again, or at least at this exit. And this is gonna be where we're gonna stop. We could drive until 2:15 is when our 414 ends, and that's about 3 hours of driving. But We're gonna be kind of pushing it these next few days anyway. We don't want to go over the clock today. And it's definitely gonna be, I don't know if we're gonna get this to our delivery on time with the way our 70 looks. We shall see. Right. We're in Crawfordville or close to it. And looking at the log, that gives us 10 hours and 30 minutes of driving today. But 30 of those minutes were actually yesterday, so 10 hours of driving today. And I'm not exactly sure our 14, how many duty hours. I believe it's going to be 11 duty hours because we took a 1 hour break there in the middle. Yeah, 11 duty hours. So we'll see if we got enough clock to finish this job. We have to drive about 19 and a half more hours over the next 2 days. Let's see if we can do it. Until next time, I'm Martin Wenzel. This is American Truck Simulator. Take care. Happy trucking. Goodbye.